Hello, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. So we're now on to the fifth of our 6F's. That wasn't very easy to say. The 6F's by Howard Schubiner, which all relate to certain things we do that can actually fuel the symptoms continuing. So on this fifth one, we're talking about trying to figure it out. So often when we have persistent symptoms, we will naturally be wanting to know what the cause is, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And it may be that we've seen various health professionals, different investigations, different doctors, different specialists, different whoever's, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. So again, it relates back to some other ones where we're very focused on our symptoms, because again, we're trying to work out what's happening with them, and that naturally brings our attention to them more often. So again, it's a kind of combination one. The figuring it out, I suppose, is bringing in other things as well. It's bringing in the focus and the fear as well, because the more we kind of look at it and the more we investigate, the more fearful we might get, especially if everyone's come back saying, oh, there's nothing wrong. So there might be something saying there's nothing wrong, or there might be something that, oh, you've got wear and tear there, or you've got a bulge here, you've got this here, or whatever. All of which we generally know for the most part, barring any serious pathology, is in fact just normal changes that we would expect. So we're trying to figure it out, we're trying to find a solution. So we've been through all the different investigations, we've seen all the health professionals, and it's good old Dr. Google. So we're Googling away, we're looking on this page for this symptom, and then we'll be looking in a special interest group, maybe there's a Facebook group with the symptoms that we've got, so we're scrolling through all that, and we're looking to see what other people say. We might ask somebody, I've got this symptom, does anyone know what it might be? And then we'll get lots of advice as to what it could be, what we could do about it. We'll have people offering advice, often friends, family, random people that we meet on the bus that are all experts on whatever it is that they think is wrong with us. So we're trying to figure it out, and we're trying to find a solution, and we're trying to work out what's going on so we can get it better. And that again is, if you relate back to the previous videos, you can see why that in itself is going to add fuel to things. Firstly, it's making us very focused on the symptoms. It's drawing our attention. So not only are we then thinking about, not only are we then focusing on the actual physical presentation of the symptom itself as and how it feels, but we're then spending our time researching it to try and work out what it is and what's going on and what we're going to do about it. So it's concentrating the focus anymore. It's probably also liable to up the fear levels, because we're trying to figure out what's happening. And in doing so, we'll probably come across lots of horrendous stories of similar things to what we have, and actually things that are completely unrelated to what we may be experiencing. But no doubt that will actually increase the fear we're experiencing as well. The frustration is going to increase, because actually we're probably not finding anything, and we're getting more and more confused and more bamboozled, and going down so many different rabbit holes that we're not getting any answers from. And we're trying to figure it out, we're trying to get something sorted. So you can see how, in relation to all the other F's that we've talked about, they would all be, the ante of all of them would be up to a big bit probably, actually, by trying to figure things out. But just the very act of trying to figure it out again is saying to the brain that this is something that's clearly important, this is something that clearly is a concern, and therefore is it a threat. So again, it's going to perceive it as a threat because you're concentrating on it, because you're trying to work it out. It's like a really hard problem. It's really something that really deserves your attention. So it's clearly high value to you. So it's clearly, it's got an importance to it. It's likely to be presenting a threat to you because it's causing you stress. So your brain's going to perceive that again as being another sign that it's right, and it's another sign that you're in danger, that this is posing a threat, that you're at risk, and therefore it's going to fuel the symptoms even more. So I suppose, again, it's like all of these things, it's natural to be trying to figure things out. We want to know what's going on. We want a solution to problems. We want to work out what's happening, especially when it's involving us, our own bodies, and how we're feeling. So it's only natural to want to figure things out. And often you can, by taking this approach, by using the mind-body approach. then you can figure it out. You can find a solution to your symptoms. You may well then be able to relate a lot of your symptoms back to particular events, particular emotional turmoil, particular traumas, different things that have happened in your life, different stressful events that have occurred. And actually then as time goes on, then you'll actually be able then to figure things out, because when you start to get other random symptoms that appear, you'll be able to relate them to stressful situations that are going on, and you'll be straight away like, okay, that's what's happening. But that's a different thing, because then you're coming at it from a different lens. It's the lens of curiosity. It's the intention behind how you're approaching things. It's the intention behind how you're trying to figure it out. It's interesting, curiosity and understanding and openness to what's going on, as opposed to, right, I've really got to get to the bottom of this. I've got to find out what's happening here, because this is clearly having a massive effect on my life, and there has to be something going on here that I've got to get to the bottom of it. So again, it's the intensity with which we're approaching it, the intention behind what we're doing is trying to figure it out. So hopefully, again, you can see how all the previous F's feed into that as well, and how all of them together tend to add up and increase the symptoms even more. Okay, so that was figuring out, and so that kind of ties in with quite a few of the previous ones as well. Right, so I'll leave it at that for now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.